So I've been living with the Oppo Pad 5 for a few weeks now, and usually tablets such as this, when they drop on my desk, it's the usual thing. Great for watching Netflix, some gaming, and they're dead within 4 hours or so. But the story here is a little bit different, because if you're after a tablet that can double up as a so-and-so portable gaming rig, you're going to want to stick around and watch this video, because the Oppo Pad 5 is really interesting. The 7:5 aspect ratio is deliberate because it isn't just your normal widescreen tablet aspect ratio. It's actually ideal for gaming, and gaming wise you get a 12.1 inch 3K display at 144 Hz. So high performance 100 FPS gaming here is fully realized in mid-range settings. The weight is also pretty well distributed. It's not an overly heavy tablet, to be fair, when you're holding it in your hand and you are gaming or you are watching content. But I will say, over time, as you hold it, it will take its toll in terms of having it in hand and holding it for hours on end. The display itself performs exceptionally well. Now, it is an LCD panel, not an OLED, so you're not going to get those deep, rich blacks, but what you do get is a stunning display which performs excellent in a variety of environments. So if you're watching content on here, whatever it may be, it will look really, really good. You also get quad firing speakers. So let us know in the comment section your thoughts on the display and sound output on the Oppo Pad 5. The power of the Pad 5 is dealt by the Dimensity 9400 Plus, which is last year's CPU flagship from Dimensity, and it powers the S11 Ultra, which is 3x the cost of this Oppo Pad 5, which goes to show you that this is a flagship level CPU. So when you're running through performance benchmarks, just how well it performs at the very, very top level. Additionally, in terms of heat management, it is very, very good. Because of that larger profile and better thermal management, you don't get much in the way of throttling. So if you're streaming content on here for long periods of time, or you're gaming on here for long periods of time, you're not going to get any concerns when it comes to heat management either. The gaming experience on here is top tier. Connect an Xbox controller to this and you'll get an incredibly well-built gaming machine. Playing games, things like Call of Duty Mobile, will run on a super smooth 120 FPS as well, which means you're not going to get any slowdown. You're going to get the best possible experience. And then also you benefit from touch sampling rate if you did want to use a controller without the controller, sorry, at 240 Hz. Even high performing, more demanding games like ZZZ will run at high graphics and high FPS, so you'll get a great gaming experience. It's also incredibly good at running the non-serious stuff, like crossy roads will work extremely well, and the reaction time to be able to swipe and input and go and stop, etc., is also very quick and very, very smooth. Now, all that gaming and all that usage will surely have an impact on the battery. Now, the battery in here is a monster 10,100 mAh, and we use this 4 to 5 hours a day and barely used 50% doing high performing tasks like gaming, watching content on higher brightness and streaming, and we still had a pretty decent amount of battery left. So you're looking at a 2-day plus tablet here for most people. If you streamed all day long, you're going to get a full day out of it very, very well. In fact, Oppo themselves say 7 hours of continuous heavy gaming is what this tablet can actually handle on a daily basis, which is pretty insane. And then when you run this through 3D Mark results, they show low battery consumption and really good heat management under heavy load. Now, there's a lot of greatness in the Pad 5, but there are some pitfalls as well. Things like using this handheld that we mentioned earlier can feel super, super cumbersome because it is quite a large tablet, and being able to get to all the various inputs for gaming on things like Call of Duty Mobile can be a little bit awkward, and you're sort of stretching over the display just to get in contact with the right points, which is fair. Accessories wise, here in the UK, if you bought this and want to get a keyboard forever for it officially, it's going to be pretty difficult. You're going to have to go online, probably out of the country, and get it imported in, which is a bit of a downside. Then there's the OS. It runs very, very well in here and is very well optimized for things like productivity. So connecting a keyboard and mouse works really, really well. But there are a lot of apps on here that are not optimized for Android tablets as a whole, and in particular such a large display. Things like Instagram will have a stretched out display and it doesn't look great. So if you wanted to use this tablet for things like just gaming and some of the main apps and browsing and shopping and banking, it's great. For move all of your phone apps onto here, you're going to get some really odd and awkward experiences. So the Oppo Pad 5 isn't going to replace things like your laptop, and it will replace the main gaming and media machine in your home if you combine it with the other tools that make it a super functional and great overall gaming rig. Now, one thing to mention here, the gaming is top tier, the battery is also exemplary. So if you were looking to spend around about £400, then the Oppo Pad 5 surely should be up for consideration. But I want to hear from you. Are you actually going to game on a tablet, or are you going to stay with a dedicated console or PC? Let us know in the comments section below. Until the next one, as always, we out.